just had the same energy. Yeah, just had the same energy. Yeah, just had the same energy.
You already know what it is, man. It's that boy Punch. Mr. See me with that same energy. Mr. Brooklyn everywhere. And I got a legend. I got my guy with me. Let them know if they've been under a rock.
Oh, man, it's your boy Philadelphia Freeway. We in the building early.
I ain't mad at this50.com. Bang. Free. I must say, I am not like one that's in his arrogance. I'm not one that's too shy to say. I was hype when they told me you were coming.
That's what's up, man.
I was
Appreciate
hype.
that. Appreciate
you know
that.
what I mean? And I'm like the face of everything new in New York. Everything new, all the brand new artists. But youngsters, just because I know my history, and you are a part of it.
Yes, sir.
How does it feel that you are legendary in this culture we call rap?
Oh, man, it's an amazing feeling, man. You know, it's definitely a blessing because I remember when nobody gave a fuck about nothing that came out of my mouth. So.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah,
Yeah. That must
many
be
moons ago.
Yeah. What is it really like the first time when you're like, I don't think that I'm gonna be poor anymore?
Oh, man.
Because that's really the change. It's not popularity. It's not coming out of Philly. It's I don't think I'm gonna be poor anymore.
I mean, when I'm like, this shit is legitimate, and I ain't gotta go through no obstacles and worry about watching my back to make this money is definitely a blessing, man. You know.
But you always been super spiritual.
Yeah, most
You were one
definitely.
of the first guys that I remember at least that was speaking about like let's go into detail a bit. Your spirituality, your religion has always been in front of the music. Was it ever a fear of you doing that? Because, for the obvious reasons?
It was never really a fear, it was always a part of me, so it was always natural in the music. I remember when I first came out, I'm like, damn, I'm the only one with a beard. I don't know how they gonna take to that, but besides that, I was cool.
and I mean, the beards that you've influenced like half of America right now.
Yeah, everybody was butt-faced till your boy came out, man, you know what I'm saying? Influencer early.
I get it. I mean, you're legendary. James Harden out here is making a whole life out of this beard.
Yeah.
I mean, he needs to really give his fucking props.
You need to take shahada.
you rock with Ball, you rock with Harden?
Yeah, for sure.
So when you see the beard, you like, that's kind of some Philly Freezer shit, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all good, and even more than that, me growing my beard is just because I'm Muslim, and growing your beard is an attribute of a Muslim. So I love seeing it.
What does it represent, though?
Well, it's part of the sunnah, and it's something that you should do if you can. But if you can't do it, you don't get nothing held against you. But if you can do it and you can grow it, you get extra blessings for it.
Oh, because it's like a power, like almost like a spiritual power in it or something?
It's not like a spiritual power. It's just an attribute. Like the sunnah is everything that the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, did and the way he lived his lifestyle. So him growing the beard is one of the things that he did. So we try to imitate him as much as we can. You know what I'm saying? So
Understood.
growing the beard is an attribute of a Muslim, and if you could grow it, you should grow it.
I dig. It's difficult to know where to take this interview because it's like we have so much classic moments that I want to dive into, and then obviously where you're at presently. Let's take it back. Let's start there. When you're coming up and you, Beanie, Petey, Young Guns, y'all all put Philadelphia on the map. What is it like there? Put us back into that mind frame to where that you're really like, we about to take this whole city on the same level as New York. Because we had to seem like immortal at that point. New York had so many.
Yeah, it seemed, at one point it seemed impossible to get on from Philly. You know what I'm saying? And then we started seeing people like, like the ESTs and the Steady B's and Cool C's before when I was a little younger. But when I started seeing people like Eve and Beans, people that I could actually physically touch.
Yeah.
Once I seen them do it and be successful, and I'm like, oh man, I know I could do it. I never felt like I couldn't do it. I always felt like I could do it. But then, once we came together with the state property, then we had the assist from the big homie Jay.
Yeah.
We was unstoppable. Feel like nothing could stop us. And, Operation Takeover.
Operation Takeover. So I mean, I want to, because one of the things that I wanted to play was around that time period. So I'm interested to kind of put you back into like where are you at this exact point?
Next up, I believe that's free. Next up,
Like,
I believe that's free.
I just want you to hit an opening line, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Put the street on beats.
oh, you remember?
Put the pressure on freestyle, and they do get fucked. Put the pressure on my niggas and we shoot shit up. Out the park like Babe Ruth, rapper Bridge Coupe, cream guts, weeds on the wheel, so I fuck the town up. These niggas like, damn, did you see that shit? When I spit, they like, damn, did you hear that, boy? You niggas better realize that you don't need war. C4 to your door like I'm related to Big. Hush spots, hold blocks, and I'm related to kids. That'll run up in your shop, put the A to your wig, take everything out your safe, count the cakes, tie your ass up, and calmly walk out your place. That was everything I was living at the time, and I put you in a mind frame. Probably like 2 or 3 days before that, Jay told us we're going up Hot 97, had your bars ready. So I had my bars ready. I went in that joint with the mind frame. I'm like, whenever niggas stop rapping or stop talking, I'm rapping. I'm going. And that's what I did. If you listen to the whole joint, whenever a nigga stopped, I started. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel like I, you know what I mean, got over a little bit on that joint. Because I had that mind frame.
Yo, bro, I swear to you, man. Like, man, you just blew. First of all, bro, when I'm looking at the videos again and I'm looking at Inside of Hot and I'm listening to you, we lived by what y'all were saying.
Yeah, we was living it. Like, you know what I mean? Probably was strapped in that joint and everything, though. Like, that shit was real.
Yeah, because how was that? How did it feel weird that y'all were like nobody could touch y'all, bro? You get what I'm saying? Like you gotta remember. Did you feel the pressure? Does it ever go, yo, man? I hope beans don't come off tonight because I'm going for the trophy tonight. Like, does it ever?
No, of course it was like friendly competition, but it was also like still sharp and still. Like, you know what I'm saying? We knew what we had to do and we just was prepared for it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Young. Fresh off the block, my other alternative was keep selling drugs, and I didn't want to do that. So, you know what I'm saying? I gave that shit my all. This seemed easy. Gave that shit my all, like, you know what I'm saying?
What's the first, like, and then, you know what I mean, like the obvious. How do you, because like I said, I want to walk you through certain emotions to the whole thing. It's like, when I hear certain things, when I first heard this record, I was confused at first, because I didn't know. You get what I'm saying? And you take them back. I feel like you was the street guy and you went to the clubs and I was like, are they gonna attack? Is he gonna lose us? Mm-hmm. And you managed to maintain every bit of integrity on the club record, and then it's like the biggest record of your, you know what I mean? Like,
because I didn't go into it, any of those records with the mind frame of, oh, this is gonna be a single or this is gonna be a club record. I just was making the music that I felt, and it, by the grace of God, transcended into whatever category it transcended into. Even What We Do Is Wrong.
I was going to that next, man.
I wanted to make that joint a single, and they was like, it can't be, it's not a single.
Who's they?
Like people at the label, like, you know what I'm saying? You know, the proper channels that you need to go through before you put something out. They was like, it's not a single, it doesn't have the normal radio format of a verse and a hook, verse and a hook. And I just kept pushing for it, like, this, that shit. And they still play it today on the radio. Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, so listen, man. We were having a super big argument about 10 minutes before you walked through this door. I need you to be honest with me. Can you tell me, in the order, who had the best verse on What We Do Is Wrong? And let's just be honest. Listen, we all get, you know, everybody comes off sometime. Who has the best verse on What We Do?
Out of respect, I'm going to say Jay, me, then Beans.
Why out of respect? Because Jay catches y'all sometimes hands down.
Yeah.
That record, it fell differently.
A lot of people say I got it, you know what I'm saying? But out of respect, I got to say Jay. Because, like, just being there and seeing him create that shit in, like, 10 seconds. Like, I called, like, when I called Jay, he was in the studio in the living room, in the front, we had baseline. He in the front playing pool. I'm in the studio with Google recording. So I originally brought Jay in to hear it, and I wanted him to do the keep goings. Because I wanted it to be classic, right? Just give him to do the keep going. I didn't know he was gonna put a verse on it. So he came in there, he listened to the shit.
My hate starts.
And he sat down on the table for like 10 minutes. It was like this. Start. You see it when he start mumbling to himself, you already know what it is. I'm like, oh, this nigga about to put a verse on this shit.
So you're like, yes.
Yes. Then he went in the booth, whole never slacking, man, zipping in the black like it was nothing. And then was like, I'll be back. I gotta go handle some shit. He actually was going to put more on it, but he had something to do. It's like, I'll be back. So then Siegel came to the studio probably. It was either later on that day or the next day, and I was like, I just did the joint. Jay shit crazy. You gotta hear this shit out of here. So I let him hear it. He's like, man, Jay ain't finishing this. I'm finished. I'm putting a verse on it. Then
No
he came
way.
in there with the third verse, and there you go, classic. That simple.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. I love Hov, love it. I personally think this is the one that you caught him. He has the line of the song. You know, gotta kill witnesses because free bid sticking out. Jesus Christ, bro. Like, listen to me, man. You don't know what the hell is going on in the streets when we hear that. Niggas said, hold on. Like, none of y'all have a quotable larger, but the hunger in your cadence and in your tone, I felt like you were like, listen, man, those Philly streets, I do not want to go back.
Exactly.
You get what I'm saying? And you caught that one. This is just my opinion. You know, my opinion. Hov caught you too. Beanie caught you, think it's a game. You know, like, it be clear. You get what I'm saying? Hov catches niggas
sure
about 96% of the time. You get what I'm saying?
We all got off on
Beanie caught him on Once Again It's On. Like, be clear. You get what I'm saying?
I think they was neck and neck on that Once Again It's On joint. That's one of my favorite joints.
On the Once Again, that might be Beanie's strongest, unless when Beanie's pissed off.
Once Again It's On.
Because
Siegel
like corn liquor.
I remember it was like right, like after the beef and all this shit was like just passed a little bit. And me and Kiss had some shit together in L.A. And Kiss like, man, free fuck the beef, come to my room, let's smoke an ounce and all this shit. So I'm like, all right.
That's the first time seeing him since the...
Yeah, I think we might have seen each other, but this is the first time like chopping it up, being in the same space, being able to sit down like men and whatever. Like, so I go to his room, we chopping it up, burn it down or whatever. And he just started talking about that joint, like, yo, that shit with Siegel and Hov, son, yo, that shit is the craziest shit ever. I'm like, yeah, man, they caught a body on that joint. That shit was crazy.
I love it. I love it. Slept on record. Y'all got so much, y'all really got classics, and I'm not throwing this word around loosely. Y'all really have classic moments to where that you do that. Were you a writer?
What you mean?
Were you writing? Or you were just going
Oh, no, I write in my head. Like, I thought you meant for other people. Yeah, I do that too.
Oh, so
But I write in my head. Everything that you heard, nothing that you heard from me was on paper.
Why do you still remember it? We just played something from, listen, not the songs that you got to perform. We're talking about the verse randomly on a Monday night, I think it was. You get what I'm saying? From 2001. Unless you have a memory card, my brother. You know.
It's a blessing, man, you know?
It's amazing.
It's a blessing, dog. If it was hot, I remember it. If it was just something something I just might have threw together or something, I might have. Sometimes I hear shit that I don't remember, like, damn, I killed that joint. But
like, oh shit.
For the most part, if it was hot, it was something that made some sense, I remember it.
Yeah. This is one of my favorites of yours, and it's a very unique situation. Take me back to here. Like, so you got Yeezy and you came on straight like.
Fast friend.
I love
You go to
it.
sleep with your burner, the heat ski, blow a reef through your car. My God, you know what a big a reef, how big that hole is? Yeah, man.
Kanye West.
Young, hungry, yeah. He was young and hungry. Respected as a producer, but you know, not too many people knew what he was capable of on the artistry, on the mic. You know, I always been a very observant boy, you know, so I knew the boy had a lot of talent. He asked me to jump on an album, and I'm like, hell yeah, let's do it. And I just did what I do on that joint, you know?
What is it? I really want you to pull me back. Everybody's always heard this where people were like shrugging off his raps. You get what? Is it really like, yo, bro, your beats are fire, you're bugging, like your raps are?
No, it's not that. It's just that his beats was so good, like motherfuckers, like that's like me at that time just started to make beats. They gonna like, come on, Free, you gotta rap, like we ain't trying to hear no beats, put some verses on this shit. It was like kind of that situation. Like,
I get it.
What I'm saying? Yeah.
And you were one of the first, really, because that's College Dropout. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you jumped out for it. Is it Did you have a special relationship with him, or you just was really on that music shit? Hot beat,
No,
great
I mean,
music.
of course we had a good relationship, just being around each other and being in the studio and just vibing. And he was on my first album on Philadelphia Freeway. He did a couple beats on it, and he was actually had vocals on one record too. So we just had a good vibe.
Yeah.
And he asked me to do it, and I said, let's do it, man. I'm glad I did it, because it's another classic under my belt.
Facts. Does it become difficult to ever look at his development into where he is at this moment? Like as a person, like a lot of his comments now are so extreme. You get what I'm saying?
I mean, he always been like serious and like went hard for what he believed in. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
it's not too surprising to me. I mean, Ye is a genius, and most geniuses tend to piss people off here and there. So
You don't take it too personal. You don't really.
no, I don't take it personal at all. You know what I'm saying? He doing what he do, and I guarantee you that the project and the music is going to be great. So that's what it's about.
Something special at the end of all of this back and forth. I'm not mad at it at all. And then I got one more thing that I just feel like is the craziest, one of the craziest, like Rocafella moments is this, is your man Dame spazzing out inside a Def Jam. You get what I just.
So what was we doing? What was we talking about in terms of the day? Let me know.
You know, how was it like meeting Dame when it first?
I sat in one of the meetings before, and Dame barked on there. I couldn't believe it. So I'm like, yo, this nigga. That I really realized how hard the nigga go for us after being in one of the meetings. Like he was spazzing on everybody about his artist, and he really went hard for his artist. I met Dame and Jay. It was like years before I got on with them niggas. It was at a Mike Tyson fight, Tyson versus Bofa in Vegas.
Crazy.
And Dame was the same way, walking around with Jay, like, Jay-Z, 2 million sold. He the only one promoting, like, yeah, make room, Jay-Z coming through, 2 million sold, Rocafella Records. I'm like, damn, like, he was going hard for Jay then, like, that's what Dame do. He go hard for his artists, and if he believe in you, he go hard, real passionate about what he do.
And then you see him, he gets. Does it ever become frustrating when you look at, because obviously you know these people, these are your friends, to where he gets like the short end of the stick with people like Dame is crazy. Like he's just angry and his anger messed up his legacy and, these are the common.
I don't think it's, personally, I don't think it's anger. I think it's passion. Like, the man is very intelligent. He's very smart, and he go hard for what he believe in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's the man that I know. He go hard. He was like around the artists, spent a lot of time with the artists, artist development and all that type of stuff, him and Biggs, of course Jay was busy being Jay, being the artist that he is and being a great businessman that he is. So we spent a lot of time with Dame and Jane, with Dame and Biggs.
Understood. Was it, was there anybody that was ever on Rocafella and genuinely that you ever slept on and then they just like, yeah, he's cool, and then all of a sudden you just see them explode? Is there any
I never really slept on nobody, but I mean, watching Ye explode was like, wow, he took the shit to the next level. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was like unexpected. Like niggas didn't know that he was gonna blow like how he blew, but we had a mutual respect for everybody that was on the label. If you made it to rock, you definitely had to be talented. So,
Understood. You tapped really lightly on it, and this is probably like one of the last classic. I just be one of the. When y'all are going at D Block, you get what I'm saying, and this is back and forth. Was that where you felt like your pen had to be literally at the strongest moment?
I mean, that was just like exercise. Like, you know what I'm saying? At that moment, that's where I was coming from, like from the streets and from battling niggas and going back and forth with niggas, like, so it wasn't really too much sweat. Like, you know what I mean? We just did what we had to do. We just was on some street shit. Like, we was coming up this joint strapped. Like, we ain't know, like, if we see these niggas, we're going to have to kill these niggas or what. Like, we didn't, like, we was on that tip more so we was worried about the bars. The bars was there.
It's just that kind of time. Philly.
Yeah, yep. And by the grace of God, nothing happened between us because to this day, like Styles and Kisses, like I'm real tight with. They like some of the thoroughest niggas in the business. You know what I mean, to me. So
Yeah.
you know, I'm real tight with them. We developed great relationships. Kiss on the album, on my new album, Think Free.
Yeah.
You know,
We're going to get to it. We're going to
yeah,
get to
me
it.
and Styles got a couple joints together, so you know, we grown, we men now.
Facts. And then there's one more. I thought that it was such a left field. I mean, from the fan seat, you know, I felt like I was front row on it. When you tagged up with Fifth, and like it was such a, walk us through that whole thing with Fifth, you know, and you and how your relationship developed.
Me and Fifth always, like, since I met him, we always had a good relationship. Like, I met him before he like really took off. We was doing a bunch of like dates together. So like I see him like in VA. We'd be on headlining shows together and shit like, damn, Free, what's up, nigga? My nigga. Fifth was always sterile. So once I
But you were the star at that point.
Yeah. You know, it was The Rock. You know what I'm saying? But Fifth, you know.
I get it. In 01, Fifth had to.
Yeah,
he had to eat that one
he came
first.
doing crush shit. I remember his. I think his album came out like a week before mine's, and I hit him like, yo, damn, you killing that shit. Your shit you just sold all these fucking records. He like, Free, you gonna be good. Don't even worry about it. Your album come out next week. Your shit gonna be good too. So we always had a mutual relationship. And then when he took off, and I was working on the second album, he like he reached out and was like, whatever I could do to help your situation, I'm with you. So we came up with that concept of him and Jay executive producing the album together.
Yeah.
And that's how that whole
The
thing
Straight to
came
the Top
about.
record.
Yeah. Shout out Fifth too. Appreciate the love, man. Always show me love. Always the same nigga every time I see him. You know what I'm saying? He's
still kind of the same. He still just run around in Queens. He still pop out.
Yeah.
He's Kanan in real life. I mean, this is what's really going on. You watch Power?
Yeah, and I need what season is this?
This is a lot. 5.
Yeah, I need season 6. Holla at your boy, man, please.
Listen, Free Bid always sticking out.
On that thing.
Yeah, that'd be lit to get. You know what I mean? To have the OGs. It's such a unique thing.
Yeah, bring Kanan to Philly, man. You know what I mean? Come out at your boy.
You be the connect.
Yes, sir.
It's very believable. Don't got to do too much here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Man, is there any regrets in any of that earlier, let's say the earlier half of your career?
I can't say it's no regrets, you know, because everything that I've been through made me the man that I am. One thing I could have did different, you know, was, and the reason why I did it was honorable. As far as like respecting the chain of command, like, you know, when I drop my shit, I chill because I know Young Guns got to put an album out. I know PD got to put an album out. Owen Sparks got to put an album out. And we would like be going on tour and Jay would be like, put a record out, we going on tour. Like, put a record out, the shit might take off. We gonna be hitting every city radio station. And instead of doing that, I just chilled so my brothers could get a chance to do their shit when I could have probably been dropping more shit and going harder. You know what I'm saying? So that's
I get it.
one thing that I regret, but besides that, everything else is straight.
Was it a thought process of feeling, I guess maybe, you know, they always say like the artist mindset where it's like you don't feel like it could ever slow down?
Yeah, exactly. I definitely felt like being on Rocafella, we definitely felt like it never would end. Like we was on top of the world and it was gonna be like that till we die. So, you know.
I mean, it might be an obvious question, but where does that starting 5 of Rocafella lie against the starting 5s of other crews in history? If you had to pick that top 5 crews.
What you mean?
Rockefeller's 5. You, Beans, Hove.
Mm-hmm. How do we stand up against anybody else?
We got the unit here. You got Dipset. You got D Block.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean, of course, I'm gonna say we number 1. Of course, like, you know.
I'm intrigued on the 2-3.
And not only because of the music, but just because we had the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you really felt like you.
It was a movement, like the movies, clothing.
State
like,
prop, Jesus Christ.
They was engaged from all different angles. Movies, they was loving the movies. They was rocking the clothes. They was listening to the music. You know what I'm saying? So,
but
a lot of people got the blueprint from that.
Where would you go on number 2 and then 3 if you had to go to top 3?
I would probably definitely say Unit and D Block. For sure. And then, you know, well, I'll put the whole like aftermath with the unit, like, you know, like Dre and Slim,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I put
That's
them-
kind of like the cheating friends. You
Yeah,
know, the
they
ringers.
like
The
the
ringers.
Avengers. Like, you know what I mean? Them niggas come
Yes.
together like the Avengers on
And it was already kind of strong, and you brought some
Yeah.
backup.
Exactly.
Like, you know, go get. I dig it.
Yeah, but you know, Kiss and them niggas, they was relevant before I even got on, and they still relevant to this day. So you definitely gotta
Facts.
take your hat off to them. You know what I'm saying?
I'm curious because I just brought him up, and then I thought about it. How was it like with Cameron stepping in? Because it just seemed like
damn,
y'all.
and my bad. I forgot all about Dipset too. We gotta definitely throw Dipset in there because, just like I said about kissing them, they was relevant before I got on, and they still relevant to this day. And they definitely made a strong impact in the music business with their movement. You know what I'm saying? So,
Where is that at? Because it's like y'all adopted the whole Harlem family. You know what I mean? Like it's just like y'all brought them all in. Jimmy, Jewels, Cam. What's one of those moments when you first meeting Jimmy, Cam, and all of them?
I mean, it was good. Like I was real tight with Els. Like I used to go to Harlem and fuck with Els all the time. It's my nigga.
You just chilling in the hood.
Yeah, good nigga. Yeah, for sure.
See,
Most definitely.
We don't have this no more. These new niggas, man, they put on auto-tune and colored hair. They not particularly going to one another's block.
Hell yeah.
They going Insta Live together. That's the new chill. So when you telling me, yo, Punch, I was on Lennox, their version is we went on live together at the same time. It's not the same.
No, it was real. You definitely had to touch the people. Me and Mac used to be in Harlem. We used to go to Harlem all the time. We used to just go to Harlem to go see Branson. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it was a couple poppy boys that we used to fuck with that always had the haze out there. So we used to go fuck with them too. Well, we show up. We out there.
We
With
outside.
something big on the hip too. Like 30 shots on the hip. Like eat a piece.
Man, it doesn't. Do you ever look back and be like, I was a wild young boy, man. You
Yeah,
know,
I look back, like some of them trips to New York, like especially when we was going through with D-Block and them niggas, I'm like, man, we'd have got pulled over, we probably still be in jail, like the shit that we had on us. Crazy, man, but alhamdulillah, we made it through, you know what I mean, and now, you know.
You've impacted everyone, bro. You were a part of something that has me in this seat. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm not particularly, like I started off saying, I'm not shy to say it. You were a part of a culture that I go, I have to be a part of this shit. Yeah. Like I need to be it. I was pissed. I'm hating Flex. Like, why they don't have me in the room? Nigga? You know what I mean? Like it's and then fucking 20 years later, Funkmaster Flex is still in the same seat. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah, speaking of Flex, I just bombed that joint a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
8 minutes straight. Just went up there and murdered that joint. Y'all gotta check that out. Freeway Funk Flex Freestyles on YouTube.
Yeah.
You should check that joint out. Up to date shit.
Do you like where rap is right now?
I mean, it's cool. You know, one thing I say about what's going on in the climate of music today is people making the music that they feel. You know, everybody making their version of what hip hop is, and some of this shit hot, some of this shit not. You know what I'm saying? But I'm cool with a lot of it.
I won't ask you what you're not fucking with. Mm-hmm. What do you like? What is Freeway? Give me some artists in the last 5-6 years that have come out that you go, Punch, I actually bump.
I like G Herbo.
Wow.
I fuck with the Migos heavy, man. I don't care what nobody say. They be busting. Like, them niggas really can rap. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of course, I fuck with Drizzy. Who else I fuck with? There's a lot of motherfuckers I fuck with. You know what I'm saying? The music business is so saturated. You know what I'm saying? It's just shit coming out every day, so it's hard to keep up with it. But
does it hurt? Does that hurt the culture? Because there was something that y'all used to do where it was like, I know that before y'all rolled out music, engineer, mix, whole vocal, you know what I mean? Like everybody being, like you're like, yo, bro, just let me get a temperature check real fast. I feel like some of these guys is recording and it's just out by the end of the night. Like there's no filter or gateway to see, you know what I mean? Like on the quality
it's
of
like
music.
the gift and the curse. I mean, it's definitely a blessing for artists to be able to get your music out at the push of a finger. You know what I'm saying? Because we had to load the vans up and start in Boston and go all the way down to Florida, then fly to the West Coast and do the same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So we had to really be out here and touch the people and really go to the clubs and work the records now. But, you know, people know the quality, and you know they know when it's good, and they fuck with it. So
Let's take it. Let's get a little bit more pinpoint. Philadelphia.
yes, sir.
Uzi.
Yeah, that's
Meek.
my bro. You know, I got Uzi on the album too. You don't think?
Oh, for real?
Look forward to that. And he busting on that joint too. Like,
Wow.
You know what I mean,
How does that? Give me that first conversation. I mean, it's Philly for Philly. A lot of niggas sleep on Uzi.
No, I've been fucking with Uzi before he even blew. Like, you know.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, that's my bro. So you know, it was natural. It was all love.
That's crazy. A lot of niggas sleep. I got a pleasure. I did a concert with Uzi Vert at the top of the year, and sold out. And the one thing I assumed was that Uzi wasn't going. Uzi speaks. You know, like a lot of times they think he's so quiet. You know what I mean? Like he speaks. He's a little aggressive too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people just don't know. The relationship with Meek.
Yeah, Meek, my brother. You know, me and Meek been tight from day one. Always keep it 100 with me. A lot of love for him. You know, we supported him through his whole last jail sentence and everything that he was going through. And, you know, I'm happy to see him home. And I'm happy to see him just elevating as a man, you know.
Facts.
And, you know, actually taking that leadership role and stepping into it, man. It's real good for the brother, man.
Is it tough to deal with mentally to know what type of dismay Philly's in, like the court system? Because we celebritize it because of Meek, but he's like case number 8,000.
Yeah, it's rough, man. I've seen so many people go through it. I went through it myself. Like, when I got locked up in 99 for possession with intent to deliver. So I was actually inside a crack house. Like, we had a house that we used to pump out of. So the cops came in the house and caught me, locked me the fuck up. I tried to run out the back, but I couldn't make it out in time. So when I'm in court, these motherfuckers is telling them that they see me in the street making a transaction. They didn't say nothing about me being in the house or nothing. They just lying like a motherfucker. I'm like, these motherfuckers lying like a motherfucker. Like, so when you in court and you see the cops lying on you, you know you don't got no chance. Like, the shit is like against you from the rip. Like, they not even telling the truth. Like, we was in a fucking crack house. And y'all saying y'all caught me in the street selling. Like, it's like the system is so fucking corrupt and it's so fucked up, man. And I mean, it's not only Philly, it's the whole United States.
What are we making the right steps to adjust this?
I mean, it's going to take more than what we're doing, but we're definitely taking the good steps towards it. Like, you know, my bro just sit 5-6 months for us. You know what I'm saying?
Understood, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To make the right moves and to make the right steps towards this. You know what I'm saying? So if we have more black men stepping up like how he did, and, you know, we just stick together and try our best to not go for it, hopefully we could make a dent in this shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's going to take some time and some effort, some joint effort.
Understood. Are there enough of the, because now all the big homies are kind of tapping in now, which is changing everything. Robert Kraft, even Hove, you know, coming back out there. Now I feel like it's going to change everything, or at least bring enough attention to alter it. You know, one thing that I didn't want to make it too much of the vocal point, even though it's a present thing. How's your health at the moment?
I mean, I'm good. You know, for the people that don't know, I was diagnosed with kidney failure in 2015, so I'm active on a transplant list. I still have to do dialysis 3 times a week, 4 hours a day. So, you know, that's still a huge adjustment for me, but it's you know. It's
What's dialysis for the ones that don't?
Dialysis is the process that replaces what your kidney does. Your kidney cleans the toxins out of your body and out of your blood. So when I go to dialysis, they hook me up to a machine. They stick one needle in my, let me show you. You can see my arm right here where these 2 band-aids is at. They cut my arm open and they took my main vein from under here and they put it on the top so they could access it, so they could get a good blood flow. So they stick one needle right here and they stick another needle right here. This needle drains the blood out. It put it into the machine. The machine cleans the blood and filters it, and then it goes back in through this needle right here. And the process takes 4 hours.
Wow. Does it mentally? Where does it put you? Do you feel? And I mean, this is a very layered comment, but just to add, do you feel more blessed or do you feel more trapped?
I mean, I definitely feel blessed. You know, And it has a lot to do with my faith, me being Muslim, and knowing that Allah is not gonna put nothing on me that I can't handle. You know, when it first happened, of course, it was like, I'm like, wow. Like, I remember when I first walked into the dialysis room and I seen other people in there, and I'm like, damn, this is my life now. Like, I'm really gonna have to be on this machine, like 4 hours a day, 3 times a week. But once I shook that shit off, I just chose to like stand in front of it and just spread the awareness, you know what I'm saying, and just try to help as many people I can so they don't be in the same situation that I'm in. You know what I'm saying? So.
And was it smoking? Is it the liquor? What's the?
It comes from high blood pressure and diabetes. 2012, I was diagnosed with high blood pressure and diabetes, and they are 2 of the leading risk factors for kidney failure. Another risk factor is just being African American. So as soon as you come out the coochie, you got a risk factor. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I did a documentary called Think Free that's gonna come a little bit after the album, and I basically, you know, cover my whole fight with kidney disease. And my reason for doing that is spreading the awareness, because I had 3 of the leading risk factors and I didn't even know it. I'm just walking around with them, you know, and if I was like that, I can imagine how many other motherfuckers is out here walking around with risk factors and they don't even know it, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why I want to spread the awareness as much as I can. I'm actually the ambassador for the National Kidney Foundation. I do a lot of work with them, like kidney walks and a bunch of different other stuff, you know what I'm saying? So
Amazing.
I'm real active in it, you know, spreading the awareness.
So now you've taken on the responsibility to kind of educate
Most
better.
Definitely. Most definitely.
So what makes you still want to do music? Is just still like a passion?
Yeah,
Is it
it's still in
you?
me, 100%, you know, and the type of artist that I am, I rap about things I see, I rap about things that I go through, and you know, I've been through so much in the past few years, and I just got so much to talk about, and it's just fueling the music, and the music is coming out incredible. And to be able to, you know, at this point in my career, to be able to be back with the family, be back on Rock Nation, and be able to do it at this high level is a blessing. You know what I'm saying?
How's that first phone call happen? You know, to come back
I mean, I was working on it with Hold for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It could have happened sooner, but you know, when the whole Rocafella split came, I just went back to what I normally did, and that was work hard. You know, so I managed to maintain a successful independent career. Dropped Stimulus Package with Jake One.
I met you. That's the first time I had met you, mad long ago.
Yeah.
You made my fucking day then too, bro.
That's what's up,
Just
man.
just for fun fact. All right, you can continue. Just needed to know.
Yeah,
They're gonna joke me about
Jess
this.
was going
I don't
hard,
really
you know, just going hard on the independent tip. And when I first started talking to Jay about it, he was with it. He was entertaining it, but I still had an independent album that I owed a company that I was working with.
Okay.
So once I got that out the way, you know, I reached back out to Jay like, look, big homie, I'm ready. Let's get it done. He was like, it's nothing. Let's do it.
That's amazing. So I mean, a lot of the guys, to be honest, people always sell Hov like he doesn't fuck with niggas. You know, like it just doesn't. It never felt like that to you.
Nah, never. He got love for everybody that he fuck with, as far as all of us. Like I know he got
The team.
love for niggas. You know what I mean? So Jay, he's a good nigga. Like I don't know why niggas be saying that. Like he's a real good, solid nigga. Like if you need the nigga and he fuck with you, he gonna be there for you, man. You know what I'm saying? He got a lot of love for his people. So.
I just think that when you're that idolized and maybe iconic, they just wanna just chop you down.
Yeah, they wanna.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Wow. Rock Nation, Free is back.
Yes,
Are
sir.
you ready for this pace, bro? Like you're gonna have to do the Insta Live.
What do you mean?
You're gonna have the Insta Live with Uzi or something now,
do you
because this is
mean,
what they
dog?
do now. You get,
With it.
you know what I mean? Like
you must don't follow me on the
you know,
gram. I'm active, baby.
You might have to dye the beard
we in
blue
the
and
mix.
red now. You know what I mean?
Never that. When my grades come in, I might put a little henna in it. You know, you see the Muslim bros and they had a beard and it be looking like little
Red.
burgundy or reddish.
Yeah.
They put henna in their beard because it
Henna?
start graying. Yeah, henna.
Oh, like the same.
Yeah, like the same henna that the sisters put on their hands and stuff. So
Oh.
that's what that be like. You see the brothers with the red beard. So
Oh, so that's to low key put the gray away.
yeah, just to put the gray away.
Oh, I thought they was just getting fancy.
Nah.
You know what I
You
mean?
might, you know what I mean, when I start getting gray, I might throw a little henna in there. But besides that, I'm cool on the crazy colors.
Yeah, I get it. Man, I appreciate it. Is there? Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, Rock Nation's here. The shows are coming. Think Free. You got Uzi on it. Who else we got on it?
Jada Kiss.
Jada, you said Jada, yeah.
Yeah, Tory Lanez.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, Faith Evans. Lil Wayne.
Wayne.
Yeah.
I had that in the playlist too. I just didn't want to keep playing.
man,
Because you're on Canon.
Man, Wayne got a
you know,
joint on that
and
joint.
that's like his breakout record. And you're there for his breakout moment.
Yeah.
Like, you were there for a lot of iconic shit.
Yes, sir.
You get what I'm saying? So you called back Wayne.
Most definitely.
And the verse cleared.
Yeah, we got it cleared.
They say this can't happen. You know, it's just...
Alhamdulillah. We got it cleared, man. You know, I got, you know,
Wow.
me and Baby got a great relationship, you know what I'm saying? So shout out my man CeeLo, helped facilitate getting that thing cleared, you know, and it's a blessing. It's done.
CeeLo Green.
No, CeeLo, my man CeeLo that be with Baby all the time.
Oh, okay. Nah, that's crazy. Wayne, I love it, man. Like, you're an icon, bro, and just like...
I am just an icon living.
Yeah, that kid's... Jaden's tough, man.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Look at how much...
Shout out my boy Chaos, too. He produced that joint from Philly.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he produced that.
Look at
Icon.
how that came. You probably grew up to hearing Will Smith as a kid.
Yeah,
And then now his son is...
most definitely.
It's-
Full circle.
Clearly. And now his son just brought his gold. His son is gold now. They brought the plaque out to Met Gala the other day.
That's what's up, man.
You know, so...
Congrats on that.
Yeah, it's happening in Philly.
That's good,
Do you love where Philly is going now in closing? Do you like the direction your city's in?
Yeah, but it's great, man. You know, it's a good time for Philly. We got a lot of great artists doing their thing. Lil Uzi Vert, my man Core. I just brought him out. We just this weekend it just passed. We just did the Rap Caviar with Spotify. Shout out Spotify.
Yeah, I know. KOR, right?
Yeah,
I seen him before.
They brought me out, and he was one of my guests that I brought out.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know, you got PNB Rock doing this thing.
Facts.
Of course, you know, Meek Mill on top of the game, top of the food chain in Philly, you know, doing his thing. You got AR Ab and his team coming through. You got my man Tone Trump, the Muslim Don, doing his thing.
I rock with Tone a lot,
You
man.
know, it's
Movie star.
It's a lot of people that I might not have mentioned, but it's a lot of people in Philly doing their thing. You know, we working on trying to stick together more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the goal for us, man. So hopefully, see
Y'all
a lot-
finally look good now.
Man, shout out Gilly, the KOP too. I can't forget Gilly. You know.
Y'all looking good now. There was a point where you didn't know if one of y'all was gonna kill with the other one. It looked bad for a while. You know what I mean? I'm happy that it's all good. I'm happy it's behind it. Think Free is on the way.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The
Yes,
documentary's on the way.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Uh,
sir.
And the legend is back. You know? I'm not mad at it. You want to leave him with a last word or any good, one of those good, powerful, spiritual.
Man, listen, Think Free is on the way. The album is incredible. Y'all gonna love it. June 22nd. The documentary is following a little bit after that. Just make sure y'all take care of yourself. It's so important to keep up with your routine physicals. At least once a year, get that blood work done so you know what's going on with your body. Could be the difference between life and death, man. And we here, man. We here for the long haul. Holla at your boy.
This 50.com. Bang.